Good morning, it's me, Tom the Mormon. Welcome to my diary. I'm the compassionate, free-thinking, Christian, anarchist, transhumanist, vegan with a love of all life and the blockchain. I'm just wishing you a wonderful morning from beautiful Muskoka, Ontario, Canada, as I drive off to the next county over called Parry Sound, Ontario, is the home of Bobby Orr of the Boston Bruins, to work on the big super freeway, the Highway 400, which spans from Toronto northward to Parry Sound and beyond to Sudbury, and is continually growing and needs continual TLC 11 maintenance, TLCM, tender loving care and maintenance. And it takes me about 3/4 of an hour to get there. So I thought I'd just stop in and say hello and welcome to my daily journal. The purpose of this journal is mainly to keep me from having to pick up a pen and write it in a piece of paper or type it on a computer. I can just vlog my journal, and anybody that's interested in watching it can read it. I have really nothing to hide. I welcome the world to read my diary. But I've been very interested in veganism and eating right, thinking right, living right, praying a lot, and having a good state of frequencies in my body, of lowering tension levels and anxiety levels by having faith. And it's done wonders for my health. Between being Christian and being a Mormon and being vegan, it's done tremendous things. My blood levels have come back to much more normal levels. I'm able to work a lot more, and I've got way more energy, and it's very exciting how good my health has been. Also, I've been a little bit more keen into understanding the blockchain and the technology. I've been well aware of it for about 5 years, but I really haven't made any major moves well, I've made a couple of major moves, but nothing astronomical. I want to keep surging forward and forging toward being a part of the future with the blockchain. About 15% of traditional banks, Barclays Bank is involved with it now. The banks are starting to get involved. Governments are starting to get involved. Once it gets big, it's going to be big, and it's going to be hard to get in. That's the thing. If you want to get into something that's going to be big later, this is the thing. The technology's been there. MIT, as Massachusetts Institute of Technology, is starting a diploma program that you can get online called Bitcoin and the Blockchain. And it's focused around the main currency of Bitcoin and the main technology of the blockchain, which is the technology behind all 900 cryptocurrencies and all the new ICOs. But it still seems that Bitcoin is by far the strongest of all. It is, when I left the house, $6,174 US per Bitcoin, and number two would be I believe Bitcoin Cash at $345 per token, per coin, and also there's Ethereum as $308 per coin per token, and that's it. That's the big gap. It looks to me like Bitcoin doesn't really worry about the competition so much. It is the original. It is the granddaddy of all this, and it seems to be just surging forward without any sort of interference. About a month ago or so, China banned initial coin offerings, or ICOs, and China also banned exchanges so that they couldn't basically bleed the government dry of all finances, which would have been disastrous for the power-hungry, control-monger government of the Chinese. Or you can look at it another way. They're very protective of their people. I don't know. You can look at it any which way you liked. But they certainly would be losing their power if they had a lot of exchanges. And but inferior cultures seem to welcome this worldwide. So the governments will have to bend to the will of the people. And you're not going to see that happen without some kind of resistance. And the beauty of that is every time some kind of regulation or something comes up, or fear of it, Bitcoin will never be illegal, but being able to trade a fiat currency with it may get some regulations and serious service charges. The service charges have already, I've seen them go up from $12 to $38 on making deposits. And I think a lot of that might have to be to prepare for any kind of regulations that the exchanges have to appease the government with. So we shall see. Right now it's the Wild West, and an opportunity to get in while it's still very inexpensive when you think in terms of it's going to be $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, $500,000, $1 million per Bitcoin. People said, "Oh, that sounds so far-fetched." Well, they said that about the airplane. "Oh, that's so far-fetched. Man can't fly." You know. Or they said that about Apple, or they said that about Microsoft. Oh, a bunch of zeros and ones. Oh, the internet. Oh, they said it about the internet. Oh, do you like dogs? It's like going to be like CB radio, it's the internet. So, do you like dogs? Do you like cats? That's email. Oh, they made fun of email. Oh, they made fun of the internet. They made fun of the airplane. They made fun of all this stuff. But I think it's time, anybody with any kind of insight that's had the pleasure to listen to this should heed what I'm saying. And if you're listening to this after the fact, well, this is what I was doing back in these days. And this is what I was talking about. So $6,174 is a good buy when you think it's going to be $10,000 very soon for one Bitcoin. I've been saying that all along, and it's going to be even more than that. So scrounge your pennies together and buy any amount, even $100 with Bitcoin, any kind, any denomination. Get on the blockchain. If you don't know how, send me a question in the text bar below. Like and subscribe my post. Go to Coinbase.com and open yourself a digital wallet. You can use Canadian credit card, and they will take withdrawals. And then you can take your Bitcoin and send it to another exchange that'll send you Canadian currency back. Of course, you'll get Bitcoin. Now, if you had done this 10 years ago, you could have bought the Bitcoin for 12 cents a Bitcoin. Today, if you want to buy them, it's only $6,174 per Bitcoin. Who sets the prices? The demand, supply and demand. And what's the price going to be? It's going to be $20,000 next year. So buy it now. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.